Hello and welcome to DC Conversations. In conversation with us today, we have Flora Saini, a model actress who has worked across the Indian entertainment industry, acting in over 80 projects since her debut, and the most recent inmate from the Bigg Boss house to be released and join civilization again. Hi Flora, how are you?
I'm absolutely rocking. Totally blessed to be in and then reunite in the Big Boss house and now to be reunited with my family. So yeah, very very happy.
Over the years, you've become a prominent name in the industry, but I wanted to know what challenges did you face when you were first beginning your
Yeah.
career?
Wow, what a lovely question. Um, so basically, I started off very young. I was out of school and into acting, and I struggled a lot with my weight. Uh, and luckily for me, I think everything worked out because at that time, especially in South, they like their girls a little with a little extra weight.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfectly for me. But whenever I would go back to Hindi, they would say, "Are you? Or you need to lose weight." I'd come here with lost weight, and they'd say, "What's wrong with you? You look sick. Please eat some, eat some food and put on some weight." So I struggled initially. I struggled a lot with my weight. Also, there is that confusion. Are you going to make it? Are you going to be just struggling? Because, but again, touch wood, God's been so kind that when I started off, from especially from my second film onwards, things worked out beautifully for me. So I didn't see a struggling phase in the beginning, but I did see it later. Everybody knows it's on Google that I got into a very abusive relationship, and that really caused a downfall in my career and personal life as well. Actually, my struggle started much later after becoming a success, then seeing the downfall. Downfall in the sense I just took a break because I wanted to pursue my love life, and that didn't work out. So that's when my real struggle started. And trust me, I never want to start from zero because initially, when you start from zero, you feel like you're achieving. But the second time when you start from zero, it is a struggle because you really want people, you're not starting from you've seen the top position and then to come down and then to climb up, it's really tough. It's so I always tell girls that there is a love life which is important for everyone and there is a work life which is important. So don't leave one for the other. Don't just don't do that. Both are equally important for anybody, and they both should parallelly run. People may come and go out of your lives, but the one relationship that will never ditch you is your work life. So be more loyal and more devoted to your work life, and that'll, then people can come and go because that is the journey that we're here to live. So yeah, that is very, very important, and nobody should make my kind of mistakes. So yeah, that.
I think that's an important message to send out, especially to young women out there, and thank you. You had all these breaks in your career, but in those 25 years
Yes.
that you were working, at what point do you think your career really took off?
Yes. Oh wow. So I think when I started off, um, my career took off, but it didn't, affect me. I didn't know what really is happening to me. I was just like, oh wow, this is pocket money. And also because maybe I was so used to seeing, you know, uh, Hindi movies that when I was working with the biggest of stars over here, it really didn't come across as, oh my God, I'm working with this one, which slowly it built up. But starting May, I came with a clean slate. I'm working with this actor. Okay, he's a star here, but I really don't know much about this person. And, their filmography is not something that I was very well aware of. But I think after seeing the downfall, when the second time that I started from zero, that's the time that I think because earlier it was really about me working with a superstar here and people coming to watch them and watching me by default. So I give the credit to them. They were not coming for me. Second time around, when I struggled, and thanks to God that there was a web space that suddenly opened up because pehle sirf TV and movies tha, and the struggle was like really bad. So either you could be doing TV or small parts in movies or advertisement. And suddenly, when all actors were busy doing these three, the web space opened up And people like me who were really trying to find a place for themselves, we were free. And we had casting people call us and say, we are making this web series. Acha, kahan pe dikhaoge? Phone pe. Phone pe. Shoot kaise karoge? There's a proper camera, but this is going to be, you can watch it on your phone. So we didn't understand what they were talking about. We were just happy getting work. And such lovely scripts, unique scripts, new people, new ideas, new dialogues. Everything was like, wow, this is like dream come true. And I had the honor of working with some amazing people with super stories. And what happened was, second time around, it was me that people were coming to see. There were roles, because like I said, that was the beginning phase of web series, and they needed actors to play different parts. If I talk about Gandhi Baat, that really catapulted me and my career to fame. So Gandhi Baat, I am the figure that people come to see. It is the main lead of that, and then followed by Stree, which again I'm a ghost, but that is the titular role. So I think that for me was my moment where I'm playing, the central figure, and people are coming to see it's me. So I think my success, where I shone, I kind of sparkled as the main star, was much later, and I think that's the way it should have been. And also after tasting a downfall, that that was really sweet. Starting when I got it so easy, I didn't know what was happening, and I was like, okay, fine. People like me and they want my autograph, but I didn't know. I had not tasted, a downfall or the struggle. I had not experienced it. But the second time when things happen, I really give credit to God, good timing, and I always say this: life can change on a single Friday. So no matter what age, and acting is like that. We've seen so many actors who've given us Mr. Ravi Teja, and Vikram Garu. These are standard examples of people who have uh, Pankaj Tripathi. These are standard examples of people who've just shown at a time where most people think of giving up, and they have not given up. So all you can do as an actor is just keep sustaining, as long as it's that Hansel and Gretel story. If God is giving you crumbs also, he has a plan for you. The minute he stops giving you crumbs, you got to think about, oh my God, maybe he has a different plan. Maybe you're supposed to shine somewhere else and not here. So I totally adore and admire these people, idolize them. And that's what my story has been. If God wanted, he would have not given me even those, that little to sustain and carry on. And wo thoda thoda karke jab bada comes your way, and you really don't know which project will, do wonders. Sometimes you do a very good project which you think is like marvelous, but it doesn't run that way at the box office. Sometimes you do something when you say, "Arey, I don't know this will work or not," and it's like boom. And the same thing happened with Stree, because I have to tell you this. So when Stree happened, the casting guy called me and he said, there's this one day role. Would you be interested? Rajkumar Rao is the hero. I said, no, no, I'm mad or what? I'm already like struggling, and I don't want to do 1 day, 2 day part. I want something substantial, like 5 days, 10 days. So I'll be so happy. He said, no, no, it's 1 day only. I said, no, no, Baba, I don't want to do. Next day he called me. Luckily for me, he was casting for an ad, a movie, and something, something. So next day he called me for an ad audition. I said, okay, I'll come. And there were two ladies before me for some other role, auditioning. So I saw them audition. One was for the same part, and one was for some other role. And I saw their audition. I saw the way they delivered the dialogues they were speaking. And I told the casting guy, I said, I want to audition for this. He says, this is the same role that I called you for. I said, no problem. I want to go for it. So he says, listen, it is still going to be 1 day's role. It's not going to change for you. I said, no problem. And I don't know what it is. I can't put a finger on it. It was just the way the dialogues were written, spoken, and I don't know the story. I just could understand the like what is it about, the dialogues and the scene. That's all I could understand. I said I want to audition, and I went back, auditioned for the same 1 day role that I said no to 3 days back. And I did not hear from them for like 20 days. And I'm thinking, oh my God, isse to acha, I should have never said yes, because they have not called me back even after me auditioning for that one day part. How embarrassing. I should not have auditioned only. After 20 days, I get a call and he says, there is another role in the film and I want to audition you. Not audition, they want to meet you for that. I said, listen, if it's a half a day's role, don't, I'm keeping the phone. So he said, no, it's 15 days. It's a titular role. And I'm thinking, this is so raw. Like, this is unimaginable. He says, but there are no dialogues. He said, huh? What's it about? So he said, no, there are no dialogues. She's a very pretty ghost. I am doing it because I just understood the premise. And I don't know the story yet. Okay. I just understood the premise. I like the dialogues, and which is why I gave that one day's audition also. I said, I will come. So I go there. There are three girls, and they have to decide between us. And I get selected. So I really believe destiny wrote Sri for me. And even after me saying no to it, it came back to me the next day, because he could not have been auditioning for that ad the second day, and he could not have called me, and I would have missed Sri. So destiny, God, universe wrote Sri for me, and things just went into play. I landed there, I auditioned, and I got selected for the right part. Otherwise, I'd auditioned for the one day and got the 15-day role. So I feel that a lot of things in life, you have to just leave it in God's hand. All you can do is, this is what I learned in Bigg Boss house. All you can do is take care of your heart, your feelings. Don't do bad to anyone. Be true to whatever you're doing. Do it with all your heart. That's all in your hands. The rest, leave it to God. No, he'll take care of you. And that's exactly what Bigg Boss house was. Leave it to Bigg Boss, right? Leave it to audience, right? They're there for a reason. So all you can do is live each day, play all tasks, be nice to everyone. That's it. So yeah.
You've worked on movies and web series, and now you've entered reality TV with Bigg Boss.
Yes.
So which did you enjoy the most?
I've enjoyed both. I can't say this was my first reality TV, and I'm just happy that if I went in, people don't know me. Like, they don't know me personally. All they know is the image, right? That whatever work I've done, they formed an image, and that's all they know. I went in with, let's say, a clean board. They didn't know. And when I've come out, at least they're not talking negative. At least everyone has a good thing to say. And that makes me so happy, so proud, because that is I am a nice person. I've been through tough times, and I don't want the world to know me as a bad person. They would kill me. So I'm so happy that it has happened exactly how it should have happened. I went in with a clean, clean board, and I've come out with, okay, she stayed there for 5 weeks and she's a good person. That means the world to me.
How would you rate the experience on Bigg Boss from a scale from 1 to 10, ma'am?
10. I learned so much. I think everyone should go to Bigg Boss once in their life. Really, it's life changing. No phone. So there was a complete phone digital detox actually. No phone, no TV, no watch, right? And I like if for somebody like whatever that kind of lifestyle I have, I would never dream that I will put myself into such a situation where you're eating the same food every day for 1 week, right? And you're playing hard tasks. There is no sleeping time, no waking up time. But it was amazing. I loved it. I feel blessed that I had that experience. At least you know so many things about you. Yes, you can be put into tough situations, and I will survive. I will do better than survive. So I learned a lot of things about myself, and I really feel everyone in their lifetime should once get the opportunity to go to Bigg Boss house, because every day you learn something new. Another lesson that I took from the Bigg Boss house: nothing is permanent. The people you think are your enemies, given a situation, they might become your best friends. And people you think are your best friends, given a situation, they might just, become your enemies. So nothing is permanent. It all depends on situation. Everyone is fighting for their own good. And nobody is bad or good. Everyone is a shade of gray. But in that, how everyone responds, it's like beautiful. Yeah.
What were some of the expectations that you had going into Bigg Boss? Were they fulfilled or were you disappointed in any way?
I went with zero expectations because that's the best way to be.
True.
Knowing my nature, knowing that yes, I do not know the language that well, I knew I had a bit of a weakness there, but I I went with zero expectations. Okay, I will do my best. That's all in my hands. Rest is all left to God. And God has got this for me. I've been such a Big Boss fan for 19 years watching Hindi Big Boss. I always wanted to go there, but it was always like, not for me. I will not survive. Something or the other was always there in my mind. And when this opportunity is coming again and again. Again, like I told you about Stree movie, how the casting happens. So every year, last 5, 6 years, I get a call. It's knocking on my door, but I'm saying, no, this is not for me. No, this is not for me. And secretly wishing also कि I wish, काश मैं इसमें जा पाती. And last 2 years, I think Telugu Big Boss also I got a call. Last year, I said no because mentally I was very prepared कि no, this is not for me. It's the same format. I know how this is and not for me. This year, I gave an interview for the Hindi Big Boss where they asked me one question, कि how aggressive are you? I said, excuse me, I'm a Big Boss fan, last 19 years, but after the 11th or 12th year, if you watch Hindi Big Boss also, it became an aggressive show and only aggressive contestants they require. But if you see the earlier seasons, it is about love, friendship, laughter, relationships, personalities. It is a personality show, right? So this year, same thing, when the Telugu people asked me, Telugu Big Boss team, I told them, I said, see, Hindi people have asked me this is my reply, and I'm giving you the same reply, and this is why I think I'm not fit. They said, no, this is a personality show. So go show your personality, be strong. That's what, was discussed. I said, I don't know the language completely. Like they said, okay, how much can you talk? So I spoke little, whatever I knew. This much you can talk now. This is great. Go. And I thank them for the opportunity because uh, I would have never got the opportunity. Maybe I would have just secretly kept wishing. And this was the sweetest, best Big Boss for me because everything just worked out. People were nicer inside. I made friends with everyone I had a tiff with. That's also something I think I lasted just the right number of days for me to, even if I had a tiff, I made good out of it. Like I settled scores or whatever. We made friends, and that's when I came out. So I think it's a complete journey, and I can
That's
breathe.
a really interesting perspective. Thank you. You mentioned Tiff, right? Like Big Boss, it's a reality show. There's a lot of rivalry and animosity between the contestants. So, who do you think amongst everyone ruffled your feathers the most, even though you are generally kind and patient?
So in the beginning, it was Sanjana Garu. He ruffled every nerve, every feather, every nerve, every brain cell or whatever. But she and towards the middle of towards the third week, it was Ritu because the task. And her also, I ended up liking her in the end. I said, oh, she's like a little kid. And it's okay. Kids, that's how you expect them to fight, because that level of maturity that me and Sanjana Garu have, that's probably not there. And that's how she would play. If she went out with her friends, that's how she'd play. So, okay, I understand. So these two girls.
Opposite to this, who do you think was your biggest supporter in the past month while you were at the house?
Um, in the beginning, there was Shrashti for 1 week. Then she left the house. And then there was Sanjana Garu. So she was there throughout. And I always say this, that she was like my best friend, my sister, my mother at many times because, there were times when I needed to nominate and I have this language barrier. So I'm like, I will start talking, but then there'll be a break because I'm not going to get the right word or I won't be able to express myself the right way. And she would tell me, listen, you just speak in Hindi or English, whichever language, because when you're angry, the comfort language, if you speak in your comfort language, the flow or the way you communicate will be much better. So she was the one pushing me, just speak in whatever language you understand. Don't get stuck, because just do a good job. And in the fifth, this week, there was this task, that circle task that Bigg Boss had put. And so we had to dash. It was like musical chairs, and suddenly Bigg Boss would say, okay, this color, and we have to dash and go between that circle. She would have pulled me. She came between the Sanchalak and she was all ready to even pull me out of that. And we were like, hello, what are you doing? And I was like remembering my mother. If this was my mom and if this was a school task, my mother would actually get in between the umpire and the Sanchalak and pull me out of it just so that we win. So she was my biggest supporter, cheerleader, sister, mother, anything you want to call.
How did you find Nagarjuna as a host?
Lovely. Actually, when he's scolding, also it feels like it's so loving. I'm like, okay, and I'm scared, for the weekends because I know something he will point out, something I must have done wrong. He will point out. But when that happens, you're like, okay, ये डांट थी क्या? अगर डांट ऐसी है तो प्यार कैसा होगा is what I'm thinking. So, but he does it so gracefully with a smile, and he is not rude. He doesn't break your spirit, because that is quite possible in the house. If Nagarjuna sir comes and scolds you, that's it. End of your game. Next week you'll be stuck like Harish Garu was stuck. That is possible, right, for anybody in the house. But I think Nagarjuna does it very gracefully. He motivates you. Even when they gave us the black stars, he told us, just to improve your game. So know how you're doing. If you're doing well, golden star. If you're not doing so well, black star, so that you improve your game.
Black Star brings me to my next question. In the latest episode, you were eliminated from the show, and there were a bunch of articles that came out saying, it's because the producers and your fellow contestants thought you weren't adding enough masala to the show. But then fans quite appreciated your calm and collected demeanor. So, how do you feel about these mixed reviews about your performance at Bigg Boss?
Well, I just know that being a personality show, people have forgotten. I think last couple of years when we've seen Bigg Boss, we all think Bigg Boss is like, if you're going there, you have to scream and shout, which is something that I've not done. I feel proud that I've broken the formula. Even when I had to say no to Sanjana Garu when she became a captain, she said, pick up my stuff and bring it to the house. I said, no. This was my tone. I won't do it. I don't need to know the no even like this. No. And I don't want to go because she asked me something. I'm like, no, it's still a no. I'm not. There is no way I will do it, right? So I think I broke that stereotype, what people expect. Even when nominations happen, when people are, saying, oh, you're a good person, you're a kind person, and so we think you're not deserving to be in the show. I don't even know how to get angry because you're saying I'm a good person, I'm a kind person, and I'm not deserving. I'm like, hello, I'm still here. So thank you for what you think. And so I feel that being a personality show, see, like how you are. I think you're a very soft-spoken, kind person. That's what comes across. And for me to say that no, everyone deserves or should be in Bigg Boss once in a lifetime is because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity that teaches you so much about life. Life is not always like me and Sanjana Garu in that balloon task. We won, but our marks didn't increase. So life is not always fair. You got to learn to deal with the cards that you handed over by God, right? You can't, like in the seed task, I got that apple, I had a black seed. Everyone went and tried to change their seed. And Sanjana Garu told me, oh, it's a black seed. You won't go and change it. I said, but what does it mean? Do you know what black seed stands for? What? The Bigg Boss didn't tell us then. So Sanjana Garu said, no, black means bad. I said, black means beautiful. So let's see. And this is what Bigg Boss has given me. I want to see what it means. And whatever it is, we'll see. We don't know, but I'm hanging on to it because God or Bigg Boss or whatever gave this to me. And black is beautiful. It's not bad. So and that black seed meant immunity task. and I won it. Oh my God, can you believe that? And
Amazing.
we fought again. So it was Shrija, Ritu, and me, and Ritu being so strong. And suddenly, Shrija, who, it was a neutral, she was not my friend, she was not my enemy, it was a neutral thing. Ritu was also neutral, I was a neutral with the girls. Suddenly, Shrija was on my side because Ritu is such a rough player. Uh, Shrija said, no, you take the balls, you take the balls. And I have exactly three balls. And the rule is that you have to, pocket three balls. And outside in real life, my aim is so pathetic. And I'm thinking, chalo, wo to pushing, pulling tha, wo ho gaya. But here, how am I going to manage this? Because I have a horrible aim in life outside, and I know that about myself. But that day it's like 1, 2, 3, and I'm shocked. Trust me, I believe there's God in play because I have a rotten aim and that's fixed in my brain. But that day, what happened? I'm clueless. I won immunity. Are you serious? So that was a shocker for me. So I also learned you are your own limitation. If you think you can't do it, you can't do it. But that day, I was like, I can't do it, so might as well enjoy it. Big kya hota hai? And that's it. So things turned out absolutely fine. That's why I say that soft people also have a place in the world. And I'm glad that Shetty Anna and me have got the chance to make that representation. Like Sanjana Garu, she wears saris. That, she's got to represent women who are married, who have kids. They can also be on Bigg Boss, right? So the same way, we simple people can also be on Bigg Boss. And I thank Marty and Bigg Boss team for that.
Yeah, this was the first season that they allowed common people to join Bigg Boss, no?
Yes.
I think that was a lovely touch.
Yeah.
Definitely brings new perspective to the show.
Correct.
How were you able to manage, staying calm and collected and being able to be true to yourself, being the kind and sweet person that you are? Were there never any moments where, you felt like you wanted to beat someone up or something?
See, it was easy doing that because that's how I am in real life. So that wasn't hard. You can pretend for a couple of days. You can't pretend for 35 days. So it's easier being yourself than being somebody else that you're not. So I just went in as me and came out as me. There were, places like when Sanjana Garu asked me to leave when they were doing that skit, she came to me and she said, this is a personal script, you leave. A normal, typical Bigg Boss reaction would be, how dare you say this to me? And out of reflex, because somebody has asked me to stay or leave, I'll say, okay, or when you go to an event and someone says, can you please, move ahead? Said, okay, fine. Or can you please now enter the stage? It came across the way she spoke to me. Can you please leave? This is a person's kid. I said, okay. And I left and I'm crying. Okay, are you, how do I react to that? I felt humiliated. And that's how I reacted. I did not fight because um, I would not do, even in a normal situation. If any place I feel not welcome, I would just leave and never go there again. It's a cross mark. Hello, you humiliated me. I'm never going back. Am I going to scream and shout for my place? No, because there is a better place for me, better than this. That's how I think. And if I think by a typical Bigg Boss, formula, everyone expected me to fight. And I broke that. I said, no, I'm not going to fight. And everyone else fought for me, actually. My monitor and, the other teammates, they fought for me. So, again, a life lesson. Ki sometimes you don't always have to fight. Uh, and I think people felt more sympathetic towards me. Had I fought, they would have said, oh, she's strong. Okay, okay. But I think they felt more love towards me because I did not react in that typical Bigg Boss fashion. And that is not me. To fight. If I'm not welcome, there is no way I'll even look at that side, ever again. So it was easy being me, and I did scream when I had a point to make, like Harish Garu's nomination. I was angry at him because he threatened me just because I put my viewpoint. That I don't think it's a wrong thing to put the mic on the right side or the left side of the hook in the bathroom. He said, I'm angry with you, and if you continue to argue this, it won't be good for you. Excuse me, are you threatening me? And by that time, Harish Garu had also, become little negative. Had he been my friend, I would still have let it go. But till that time, he had become a little negative in the house, talking bad about everyone and just sitting silently and talking. So I had a reason and I spoke my mind, and I'm really happy again. Had I got eliminated before that, I would it would be just like stuck shit. I should have replied more strongly, but I got my chance in the nomination and I loved it. So when it was required, I spoke. Uh, when it was not required, I just let it go.
I'm really glad you were able to be yourself throughout the entire thing, despite whatever the show is throwing at you, Flora. I think that's really commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Like, I think people have this perception where they think softness is equated to weakness. And like you said, there is a certain grace that comes with being soft and not being very rough or aggressive. So I'm glad you were able to put that through with your performance on the show.
So when I said no to Sanjana Garu for that, bring my clothes. Nah, I don't need to shout just to prove a point. No is also a no, right? And Varnagaru came to me and said, no, I think you should do it. I said, no, I won't do it. Finished, matter over. And thanks to other people, Priya, Shrija, for telling me. Just that meant so much. Okay, I have support. I'm not doing anything wrong, because inside, being the kind of person I am, I'm saying no. But I'm going dhak inside. Ki, oh my God, I'm saying, I'm saying I want to say no, but I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not. Just the thumbs up from the other girls really made me feel like, yeah, okay, fine, I am doing the right thing.
So, what's the first thing that you did once you left the house, once all the drama was over?
I ate and I slept. I had coffee, I had chai, I ate everything possible. I especially asked for sweets. I said, "Meethi mein kuch hai kya? Can I get papad?" Because it was lunchtime. So I ate and I slept. That's the first thing that I did.
That's good. That's really good.
They didn't give us the phone, otherwise I would have spoken to my family first. But I just ate and I slept.
So, you've been working in the Tollywood industry for years now. You've probably visited Hyderabad many, many times. So, in all your years here, what do you like the most about Hyderabad? What do you anticipate every time you come?
I love the people. The kind of respect that I've got here is unmatchable. The respect, especially the respect. And always people are smiling no matter what you say to them. I've never had any fights with anybody here. Actually, I've never had fights with anybody, but if I think about this place, even lesser. And the working culture is amazing. But apart from that, what I love about Hyderabad is the people. Very respectful, uh, very kind, very always smiling. The way they talk also very respectful. So I think it's the people.
Are there any favorite places that you have that you must see every time you visit?
I'm very fond of food, but then any favorite places? Chutneys. Chutneys and Almond House.
I love Almond House too, ma'am. It's really tasty there, the food.
Yeah. And for sweets, dadus.
Any upcoming projects that you would like to share?
Nothing. The last project before coming in, I shot for a vertical series in Bombay. But here, I really want to make a comeback because I love the working culture. I love that the biggest of stars come on time, they leave on time. There's a perfect 1 hour break, lunch break. Everybody is so friendly and everybody, tries to help. When you see any big heroes film releasing, all the other big heroes tweet about it. They feel so happy. They Instagram, they tweet about it, and they make sure that more people go to see. Bombay, it's not like that. Bombay, it's like, "Arey, mera film, tumhara film, tum dekho." So that is something that I love, and everyone tries to, work for the growth of the industry. Industry grows, everyone benefits. So that's why I want to come back. And also stories. There is no why South Indian films are a bigger hit than uh, the Hindi films is because there's pakka production. No hero comes on set and says, change this scene, rewrite these dialogues. What is there? They trust the director. If the film works, it is a director's hit. If it flops, then also the director is the one who gets the brunt. So they respect the director. Ki, okay, whatever his vision, we are going to support it till the release. And then we'll see what happens. So I admire that. He's the captain of the ship. So really, I want to come back and
Thank you everyone for joining us on DC Conversations. That's all we have for today. See you soon.